When you think of a game controller, something like this comes to mind. But of late, if you've been searching on Amazon for game controllers, you'll get results like this, and also this. There's no denying the popularity of PUBG in India. But are these controllers really helping you improve your game? Or are these just some cheap money-making schemes? We ask our in-house PUBG veterans to find out.
Well, the best way to play PUBG Mobile is with the default controls. I find them really good. There's no point for me to even change that. But if I had a choice, I'd probably use the Xbox One controller if Tencent would actually allow us to use the other controller options, but that's not the case.
I play PUBG Mobile on my Android smartphone and I use a trigger which helps me control the game.
Well, it depends. If I have the controller, I prefer playing it with the controller. Otherwise, I play it using the on-screen controller.
So here's how the triggers work. You remap your button layout so that the trigger and scope buttons line up with the controllers on top of the phone display. Then you can use the rear triggers for zooming and shooting. This way your right thumb is free to move the camera around even when you're shooting. This is quite similar to the kind of controls you get from a regular console shooter.
So I do own a pair of Basis triggers that I ordered online. So I actually found them on AliExpress, and because of the Singles Day I could get a really good deal on it. So I've ordered like two pairs for me and a friend.
I got the trigger on Amazon and I think I paid about 200 or 250 rupees for a pair.
Yeah, I have, and I don't like it. It feels like you're using a suction cup to play the game, and it doesn't feel as intuitive or as good as it could be. I understand why some people like them because it makes shooting and aiming a little easier, but they're definitely not for me.
It has improved my gameplay. I'm a lot faster, I'm a lot quicker on the ability to shoot. And the most important thing is I can move as well as shoot at the same time, unlike before where I would have to kind of either stop strafing or stop choosing my direction to be able to shoot. I just use one trigger on the left and the other side I don't really shoot with, so I use just my left index finger to shoot.
I don't think it makes any difference that matters. It just makes people feel a little better while playing it. It's kind of like a placebo. It's kind of like gives people the feeling that they're playing better, but it doesn't really add anything, in my opinion.
Well, I would say it does make a difference, primarily because, and this has to be when it comes to close combat. So if you are playing using the on-screen buttons, you usually use your left thumb for direction, where your character is moving, and the right thumb to see where he's looking. And when, in case you spot an enemy, you would move your thumb towards the trigger button. With the controller, well, you can use your index finger to pull the trigger instead of, you kind of save that crucial second to knock your enemy out. So I think it would make a difference, especially in close combat situations. Other than that, not a significant difference.
There's another technique that many gamers use to play PUBG, which is known as the claw method. Here, you use your left forefinger to fire instead of a thumb. Many gamers swear by this method and find it to be the most effective way of playing PUBG Mobile.
I have tried the claw method. It doesn't really work for me. I'm not very good at it. I prefer using the trigger to play. But then on occasion when I don't have the trigger, I just go back to the default method of using my thumbs for everything.
Well, I did try it once after seeing it online. It's like I had to instinctively tell myself to use the left, the left index finger to shoot. It wasn't spontaneous. I tried it for a couple of matches. I usually there was a delay between me spotting the enemy and then using my index finger to shoot you use the trigger at the top. So the claw method, I did not find it really useful.
Yes, I did, and I don't like that either. It feels a little cramped up, especially on the phone screen, but each to his own.
So it seems that these triggers that are being sold as controllers are not a complete sham and are quite useful after all. How well will they improve your game? Well, it all depends on your level of comfort with them. Thanks for watching. Do tell us about your control scheme that you use for playing PUBG Mobile. And we've done a lot of other videos on PUBG as well, which you should be checking out. If you found this video useful, do subscribe to us and click on the bell icon so you'll know when we have new videos out for you. And for all things tech, log on to gadgets360.com.